Hey everyone, it's Boog Shambi. Welcome to the show. lives. You can feel the energy in this building. They are fired up for game one. Back with that after this. Welcome to St. Louis and Busch Stadium, home of the Cardinals since 2006. Game one of the National League Championship Series. It's the New York Mets taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Game one is always critical in a postseason series, Singy.
Yeah, and this is when you love having home field advantage, Boog. If you capture game one, you're full of confidence that you've got a chance to ride that momentum for the rest of the series.
And on the visiting side, starting pitching is always the big key in a game like this to kick off a series.
Yeah, you need a strong performance on the mound. That's the #1 way to cancel out the home field edge we just mentioned.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So just about set now. And today's starter, Max Fried. What do we have on him?
Very solid starters, able to repeat his mechanics on a consistent basis, which allows him to move through a lineup and get deep into a ball game.
Trey Turner at the plate.
Leading off tonight for the Mets, the Brooklyn, Trey Turner.
The pitch. And that one hammered. That's back there. And that is gone. He wastes no time on this one, and it gives him the lead in the first. It's 1-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Oh, so much for settling into this game, Boog. No courtesy first pitch take right there. He was ready from the second he stepped into the box, got a pitch to hit, jumped all over it. I tell you what, that'll fire up the guys in your dugout.
Now, Ellie De La Cruz.
Yeah.
That's in there. It's 0-1. One run across in the frame so far here in game one. Warning track. Whoa. And you can touch them all, baseball man. A gigantic blast. And they add on. It's 2-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in the lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Here's Kyle Tucker. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. Nootbaar, drop step going back. Makes the catch up against the wall. Here's a Mets lineup now. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These guys have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
And the 0-1. Hammers that one. Curling down the line and foul.
Got to be careful here. This is the type of hitter that can punish you even with pitches outside the zone.
And it's through for a hit. And the postseason success continues for him.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. You see a ball come off the bat like that, you know it was pretty much a perfect swing. And for me, I start wondering, and I'm looking on the computer, what was the exit velocity? This time 106.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Alonso headed for third. Now the tag at third, and they got it.
Well, I think the base runner assumed that he was going to be able to make it to third pretty easily, but a really nice relay from the outfielder.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. Out of here. A two-run homer, their third home run of the inning, and they boost their lead. It's 4-0.
He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Clobbered to right field, way back, gone. A massive home run. It's 5-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. He came out of his shoes on that one, but managed to keep his mechanics intact long enough to get to the ball and through it, and it went a long way.
So 2 down. Luis Arraez stands in. Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here. And they lead. It's 6-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. I want to check and see if he's tipping his pitches or not, but I tell you what, if this was basketball, that opposing team would.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Max Fried will give way, and we'll be back with their first arm out of the pen after a quick break. On the mound now, Gordon Graceffo.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Two outs, nobody on. So up next for New York, Luis Angel Acuna. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. And that's a double. Now around second, going for third. The relay throw.
He quickly went from hitter to base runner. Love when guys make that transition, and he's got speed to put on a show.
Back to the top of the Mets order. Trey Turner up now for the Mets. He's already homered here in this one. And there's a fly ball deep right field. Could be extra bases. Coming home. He'll score easily. It's 7-0. And he's in at second with a 2-out double. Relay throw to third. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. The final damage here, they bat around. 10 come to the plate, 7 runs on the board. Bottom half of it. coming up. Back here with my pal Singy. And towing the slab here, Kodai Senga.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches. But if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
And the batter now, number 91. Bounce to the right side. De La Cruz. One up, one down. Okay, let's check out the lineup. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out, a lot of lift and separate, Chris.
We know hitters are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a hitter who's got decent pop.
Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball.
The pitcher must begin his motion before the pitch timer runs out. We're looking for a little more urgency out there.
The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
That must be incredibly frustrating for the pitcher, but this is all about creating more action and speeding up the game, and it's working.
Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball.
The pitcher must begin his motion before the pitch timer runs out. We're looking for a little more urgency out there.
The Mets up big in this one here in Game 1 of the NLCS. Next to hit, Brendan Donovan. And that's ball 4.
Now, this was a story we were paying attention to before the game. We've seen him give up walks in the past, and it's an issue once again early on.
He swings and fouls one off. Senga, a former All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a forkball, a cutter, a slider, and occasionally mixes in the slurve. That one is hammered right field. That's back. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Wilson Contreras now up to the plate. 0-1. A big swing and a miss.
Good fastball going early until they can make some.